In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum. May peace be on you. For more than 25 years, countless people have been found guilty under Pakistan's famous Anti-Blasphemy Law and have subsequently been sentenced to prison or death. In the mid-1980s, the President of Pakistan formally instituted the Anti-Blasphemy Law, which states that any person who directly or indirectly defiles the sacred name of the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, shall be punished with death or imprisonment for life. Similarly, anyone blamed for blaspheming against the Holy Quran will be given life imprisonment. This same amendment even allows arrests without a warrant. Due to its subjective nature, this law has been used against political adversaries or personal enemies, and even has been used by radical Muslim groups against religious minorities. What is the justification for these inhumane laws? Where does the government of Pakistan find rationale within Islamic jurisprudence for these laws? Islam does not prescribe any physical punishment for blasphemy, despite the commonly held view in Pakistan to the contrary. The Quran mentions blasphemy 5 times and condemns it only on moral and ethical grounds, advising Muslims to temporarily disassociate from gatherings that mock and ridicule religious values. Muslims are prohibited from blaspheming even against idols and objects of worship by non-Muslims because that might encourage blasphemy against God. Above all, the Quran cites the example of Jews for blaspheming against Mary and Jesus when they declared her unchaste and alleged Jesus' birth as questionable. But the Quran still did not authorize humans to punish them. The Quran even records an instance of blasphemy where the Prophet forgave a blasphemer in spite of the Muslims demanding that he be punished. The Prophet of Islam, peace be upon him, even led that blasphemer's funeral prayer, despite opposition from some Muslims. So Islam goes one step further than any other religion in granting man the freedom of speech and expression. Blasphemy is condemned on moral and ethical grounds, no doubt, but no physical punishment is prescribed for blasphemy in Islam. Although the Holy Quran very strongly discourages indecent behavior and indecent talk, or the hurting of the sensitivity of others, Islam does not advocate the punishment of blasphemy in this world, nor vests such authority in anyone. Pakistan has taken its legal system into the depths of ignorance and intolerance and has misused it to persecute religious minorities. In 2008, a Hindu man was beaten to death in Pakistan by his co-workers, who accused him of offending the sensibilities of a Muslim by allegedly defiling the name of the Prophet of Islam, peace be upon him. His 3 co-workers who were arrested for carrying out the beating were not charged with murder. They were charged with failure to inform the police that blasphemy was underway. And arguably the most bitterly persecuted community under the blasphemy laws has been the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, or AMC, a minority sect of Islam who believes in the Messiah. Over the past 25 years, countless Ahmadiyya Muslims have been killed or sentenced to prison simply for referring to themselves as Muslims and behaving like Muslims. According to Pakistani law, Ahmadiyya Muslims cannot directly or indirectly pose as Muslims, refer to their faith as Islam, preach their faith, or in any manner upset the religious feelings of other Muslims. Recently, 4 Ahmadi Muslim children in Pakistan were arrested for allegedly writing the name of the Prophet of Islam, peace be upon him, on a toilet wall. To date, 3 months after their arrest, no evidence or witness has been presented to prove their guilt, but the children are still in prison. At the hands of these radical enforcers of intolerant law, Ahmadi Muslims have been victimized and targeted for years. But with what justification? These so-called defenders of the honor of Islam are creating their own laws that have no basis in Islam. The further Pakistan removes itself from Islamic definitions of justice, the further it envelops itself in a state of militant anarchy. To reverse the progress of self-destruction, Pakistan must come back to the true teachings of Islam, impart justice, and rid itself of intolerant, un-Islamic laws such as this blasphemy law. For more on this topic or general information about the AMC, please visit our website or contact us via email.